So Obama's on a tour doing all these podcasts, and he calls for clear ethical standards for presidents in the Oval Office. Well, what are you talking about? Clear ethical standards at the Oval Office. Here's President Obama. Go ahead, Rob. Of the clips that goes on with him, and I think there's another one also with Michelle. It almost seems like they're on a tour, each one of them. But Adam, I'll come to you with this one, and I'll go to the next one.
Look, Obama, if you just judge Obama on the surface of Obama, man, is he smooth. He's a great communicator. He seems very relatable. And I firmly believe that he tricked all of us. And a lot of us fell for it because a lot of us voted for Obama twice. I'll tell you, I don't know, Rob, if you can pull up the picture I just sent you. I'll tell you the scariest picture that I can possibly think of is this picture right here. This is the future of the Democratic Party.
Jeez.
And, you know, Obama talked about, I don't know if we're going to cover this, that Trump is ruining his marriage. The real reason is because at the end of the day, if you look at politics for the last 20 years, there's two names. You have Obama and you have Trump. And everything is downstream of Obama and the Democratic Party, and everything is downstream of Trump in the Republican Party. And I'll ask you this. Behavior-wise, the way that you act, the way that you communicate, I totally understand why people empathize with Obama. He's a very smooth, suave character. But my biggest fear is that the Democratic Party has gone full-blown socialist. And you have Obama endorsing Mamdani.
I hope that's the case.
But that is.
I hope that's the case.
I know you're saying you hope. That is the case. Look at that picture.
No, play the clip. Play the clip here praising Mamdani. Go ahead, Rob. Watch. I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
I hope they go full-on socialist.
It's already there.
By the way, I hope they go this direction.
Me too.
I hope they, I'm telling you, the biggest edge, any candidate has to be able to explain the tangible, intangible assets. I'm going to keep repeating this until the right people, when you start seeing presidents, gubernatorial candidates start explaining it this way, they're going to realize, let these socialists try to bully all they want. The biggest thing will happen, Vinny, with this idea is the following. Here's what's going to happen. The disparity, like the whole John Galt Atlas Shrugged concept, you're going to see become a reality. States are going to attract business owners and job creators and investors and money, and the other states that want entitlement programs are going to go to those states. That's going to be happening. And, you know, while they're having this conversation, maybe we can go to the clip about him saying that, you know, Trump was ruining his marriage. I don't know if you have that clip. Can you imagine a president saying that another president is ruining your marriage? Of course, he's saying it in a comical way. Rob, if you have that, if you want to play that clip, there's...
I think it's an article, right, Rob?
Yeah, it was a print.
New Yorker, right?
Yep.
That's the New Yorker. If you want to pull that up. If you don't have it, I'll just read it here myself. It's on page 4 that says, you know, she wants... the New York interview with Obama published Monday shared how their marriage was affected by Barack's continued involvement in politics. The former president pointed to President Donald Trump as a reason for his involvement. She wants to see her husband easing up and spending more time with her, enjoying what remains of our lives. Obama said, adding that the pressure remains to be politically active against Trump's administration, despite the precedent of past presidents retiring out of politics altogether. It does create a genuine tension in our household, and it frustrates her. And he continues, Obama said he does his best to accommodate her, but noted he understands why people are looking to him, despite the fact that no other ex-president was the main surrogate for the party for 4 election cycles after they left office. Michelle struggled through her time as First Lady, saying on her The Light podcast that upon leaving Trump's first inauguration, she was uncontrollably sobbing for half an hour on Air Force One,
Uncontrollable.
which it was a privilege to serve, but it was hard, and it was hard on our family. It was hard on my daughters growing up in the spotlight. So, you know, you hear a comment like that, Tom. How do you process that coming from the president?
Well, look, there's a couple things going on here, and this is how I processed it. Number one, he's in the news right now, not because he wants to be, but he's taking advantage of it. He's on tour, and he's inviting people like Colbert to come on and interview him because they're in the midst of the ramp up to the grand opening of the Presidential Library. Presidential Library, which was run just like his presidency with incredible cost overruns and delays. So he's got the library coming up. So he's coming out at a time with it coming up. And now the environment out there, Pat, it's kind of safe for him to speak. He has been hiding kind of in the bushes a little bit because he took an L in 2024. His influence, and I'm not being critical, I'm being statistical, his influence did not move to victory in 2024. He did not have the mojo of Obama, you know, back in 08 and 12. He didn't have it. And so now he's coming out in these softball interviews to open, and they want to go in there because they want, people like Colbert want Obama to speak. And so he does these skillful, structured, going around the edges and things. And then you look at these softball interviews in magazines like that. It created genuine tension in our household. Well, of course there was tension in the household. You want your side to win. You want to put socialism forward. Everybody's upset. That's not Trump's fault. It's because you were in the middle of taking an L. That's how I process it. I don't think Obama wanted to be out right now, but he's taking advantage of the climate around to say some things because this is all his appearances are being driven by the opening of the library.
Benny.
Listen, maybe he's blaming Trump for his marital problems and the reason he's not around Michelle. Maybe that's true. Maybe the real reason he's all obsessed with Trump is because he knows Trump's DOJ finally has everything that they need. Everything that he knows that he spied and directed the freaking CIA, the DOJ, Brennan, Comey, all these snakes to go. And maybe now, that's what it is. Or maybe it's a combination of other things.
Or
maybe,
both.
Or maybe the tension at home, Tom, he doesn't want to be home. Maybe it has something to do with the letters that Obama wrote to his college girlfriend, Pat, about how he, fantasized about men. Or maybe, Tom, what? Hold on a second. Let's be honest. In 1999, Larry Sinclair passed multiple lie detector tests saying that when he was an Illinois senator, him and Obama would do drugs and they would hook up. Maybe that's what the tension is about, Tom. Or maybe Michelle is mad because Obama, if it wasn't for Obama, who would Michelle Obama be? Okay, remember Claire Underwood from House of Cards? Okay, she was livid and hated the fact that he even said, you'd be nothing without me. Okay, or maybe it's the power, the media protection, the careful crafting of these public images, and the marriage is exhausting. It's exhausting. But I think there's a bunch of different elements, Tom. I don't believe in the just whole, the marriage is falling apart because of Trump. I think there's a bunch of different layers that are involved, and Obama and that whole power, it's done.
I respect that, but I also think that your legacy is on the line. You're opening your library, and I think it's hitting him a little bit.
I think I'm with Tom on this. As much as I'd like to go down the rumor mill with you,
it's not a rumor mill. It's fact.
I think I'll ask you this: you think Trump is competitive?
Absolutely.
Very competitive.
What do you mean? One of the biggest.
Yeah,
cool. We're on the same page.
He's an 11.
You think Obama's competitive?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right?
For sure.
So I think there's two competing legacies here for the soul of America. Biden would be like, we're competing for the soul of America. Biden, you stepped in and filled in the blanks for a couple minutes. This comes down to Obama's legacy versus Trump's legacy. And this is the first year that we're going to have in 2028, the first election where a Trump isn't on the ballot and Obama de facto isn't on the ballot, whether it's Biden, whether it's Kamala. And I think that you have, they say, what's the famous phrase? For those that can't do, teach. I think Obama is looking at the field and saying, I can't run anymore. That's not my thing anymore. Trump can't run anymore. I'm going to coach and train and, dare I say, groom the next Democrat socialist of America to become the next potential president of America. I think Obama is going to be very, very involved in politics, and he's going to be behind the scenes. He's going to be in front of the camera. He's going to do everything he's got to do at the expense of whatever his relationship with Michelle Obama. And I'll conclude with this. We can finally say this, and I've said this a million times before, and I'll say it again. Michelle Obama's not running. She's a marginal podcaster at this point. And her and Barack are going to publicly feud on camera because he's never home. Because all he's going to be doing is sitting there doing spring training with the Mamdanis of the world, coaching the next Democratic Socialist of America. That's Obama's new role.
I don't think Obama is finished. We saw during the 2024 election, Adam, he has nothing. He was standing in front of young black men saying, if you guys have to vote for her because we're black. Like, what are you doing? Okay, and
it was 8 guys at a deli, and 2 of them ripped into him.
Yeah, exactly. And let me finish, Adam.
Yeah.
That Obama factor, that change in America, it's over. Sure. It's done. And I don't care what socialist, whatever he gets behind, Adam, I think people are fed up with saying, hey, listen, you have to vote a certain way because you look a certain way. Policies, people want to see what is actually happening. There is zero comparison to what Trump has done in his freaking 2 terms than what Obama did. What, if you can name one thing that Obama changed.
Well, he made America gay.
Well, I listen, say what you want. I believe him.
Before you guys go there, I'm not sure I'm completely in agreement, Vinny, and there's something that Adam said. If you look
You
at
know you got a
candidate-
problem with me and Tom ganging up on you, buddy.
No, I'm not ganging up on you. I'm making a
Let's do
point.
it.
I'm not doing that. So don't say I'm your guy in the middle of your fight.
you're
I'll
my
leave
guy,
you that in a
Tom.
But I
minute.
want to hear this.
People like Amy Acton running for governor in Ohio, look at what she said. Look at the quotes that she made this past week. They sound like Obama. Do I think Obama's in the background there on some place like, Ohio governor? I do. I think Adam's right about that. Do you think Obama's fingerprints? She practically quoted Obama.
Yeah.
I think he's still out there, and I think he's influencing.
Let me know if you agree with this, Pat. I don't think Obama has the cachet to get out there and be like, do this, do this, do this. But behind the scenes, you don't think he's coaching all these guys? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing that. Absolutely, he's doing that. Now, listen, when you blame a highly competitive, like if you think about bodybuilders, the moment they retire, Mr. Olympia champions, they go through a divorce.
Oh, really?
For whatever reason, yeah. Basketball players, the great ones, typically after they play a long time and they retire, they go through a divorce. Typically, it's a very common pattern. Happens in NFL, happens in basketball, happens to anybody that's a psycho competitor that plays at the highest level of competition. Now, for Obama, unlike Trump, Obama became a president in his 40s. So when you become a president in your 40s, Obama still looks good. I don't know how old Obama is. He's still a good-looking guy.
I think he probably turned 60 recently.
He's
no?
probably got to
How
be
old is he now?
mid-60s.
64.
Okay,
wow.
mid-60s, yeah.
About to collect
64.
Social Security.
So
soon.
a good-looking
A lot of
guy.
guys in their early 60s take good care of themselves.
Yeah, so
Tom, you and him are
good-looking-
the same age.
Good-looking guy. You're right. He's
You
got
and
stuff-
Obama.
Guys, he's got stuff that he's going for himself. So mid-60s, he's sitting like Trump is what? Trump's
about to be
79,
80.
about to be 80. So I don't know. I don't know about saying it's Trump's pressure, all this other stuff. No, your enemies are going to be there. How you handle the enemy is going to be on you. It's not going to be on. My marriage is having problems because the next guy is kicking my ass and he keeps talking shit about me. As if you didn't go for the first 2-3 years saying, I inherited a George Bush administration. I inherited. If you go back and ask the question, how many times did Obama use the word I inherited?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Everything that I have. I mean, that was his line that he kept doing, right?
So he kind of did, though.
And unlike anybody else, you know what George Bush did? What did he say? Nothing.
Yeah, he's kept it.
He never came out and said anything about the next guy that was president. What has Obama done? All he's ever done is come out and call this guy. So I don't know.
Well, that's also because George W. Bush should have kept low because he was probably the worst president we've had in the last 40 years.
I don't know if I would put him as the worst president we've had the last 40 years.
George W. Bush, him and Biden neck and neck.
There's no way. It's gonna be Carter and Biden neck and
I
neck.
said in the last 40 years.
What would you put Carter? Carter was what?
I wasn't alive during Carter, so I don't remember what he
year is
did.
Carter? I think
In the
Carter's
late 70s.
70s. Okay.
Yeah.
You were
I'm
born
an
in
80s baby.
What year were you born?
80.
No, you're not. You're 79.
I'm 1980, sir.
No, you're not.
Oh, what do you want to do?
You
wanna see
really
my ID?
80 or you're
yes,
70?
I'm 1980.
You're 1980.
Yes,
So you're how old right now? 46.
I'm 40.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I went to high school with Carter.
Right.
I knew he was.
Yeah,
gonna be
exactly.
bad.
You
Yeah,
grew up
so-
with Jimmy Carter.
Well, going back to it,
But
right there.
Jimmy Carter
he
was horrible, of course.
77 to 81, top 2 worst presidents. It's not even close. It's going to be
I'm with
Biden
you
and
on that.
Carter.
No doubt.
For those of you who did the survey, we sent yesterday. Remember when I told you we're going to give another hour? 2,000 of you signed up. So now I think we're at 14,500 people that completed the survey.
Oh, my goodness.
We're wrapping up the entire survey today, and we're going to send it to you guys who text the word PBD to 310-340-1132. Again, if you text the word PBD to 310-340-1132. And for those of you that completed the survey, Shopify sent the $25 gift card in your email. Go take advantage of it because day one, we were not expecting this many people to use their Shopify gift card. Go use it because some of the supplies that you have, look, it's just $25. Go use it. Go take advantage of the products that we have before some of these items are already selling out. So if you check your email, you will see an email from Shopify giving you guys a $25 gift card to go activate. And again, thanks to everybody that did the survey. Monday, those of you that text the word PBD to 310-340-1132, you'll get a chance to see the report. It's funny. Everybody we were talking to when we did this, they're like, you shouldn't do it. People at YouTube and Spotify, what if they say things? I'm like, that's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
And we want the exact feedback. And we'll have the conversation ourselves here as well. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.